So, hey, I'm going to be talking about recovery and addiction. The process of that is recovery is from addiction can be a long process in many ways, but it can be in a difficult way, but it's worth it. For example, I have 18 months clean. I'm going to talk about my experience, strength, and hope. Um, I'm going to talk about the recovery process, the meetings, and being a sponsor. Those are the three main things that a recovering person needs to know. Um, Over 23 million people have recovered from their drug addiction or alcohol addiction. Um, Mine was both. Um, so I'm really grateful for having the program of AA and NA. Um, it was interesting to know that 1,272 are males and 1,254 are females. So that was kind of interesting to know. Um, and the ages run between 18 and older. Um, you never know. There could be younger ones that it's not known yet. Um, but it's amazing when an 18-year-old can come in and say they have a problem and they need the help, and I will be there for them. Um, let's see. I started recovery for a long time. This is almost October 13th, 2014. I will have 2 years. So yes, I have not. I'm not an expert on recovery. I'm still learning. Um, I had the process of recovery is admitting that I had the problem, and then seeking if I needed in treatment or out treatment. I seeked out. I didn't want treatment because I didn't have the money, the funds, because treatment can be very expensive. Um, and I just prayed, meditate, and went to the meetings. Meetings helped me a lot. Um, they are open discussion, there's closed discussion, and there's speaker meetings, and there's all different types of meetings. And it's really great. Sometimes the meetings are an hour, some are an hour and a half. There's just women's meetings and there's just men meetings. It just depends what you like. Usually do we do have key change. So that's kind of cool. Then you can represent what how long you got clean. Um, I just picked up my gray one for 18 months, so that's a big milestone for me. Meetings I go usually 7 days a week. Um, Even as if raining, I will ride my bike to the meeting because you never know who needs it. So I do it before work because I work, you know, with a bunch of crazy people sometimes. But I go before work. Um, After work, I'll go to one. Meetings are all the time. There's morning meeting, there's noon meetings, there's mid afternoon, and at 8 o'clock at night. So you never have to feel pressured. The meetings, like when there's holidays, we have parties, not like bad parties. We do cookouts just to hang out because sometimes holidays could be a trigger for people. So we try to keep them fellowship together, show them love and support. I love it. Sponsorship is so your sponsor can support you. You might not be able to talk to your mom or your dad or your husband or wife. So your sponsor can relate and say, hey, I've been through that. This is how I did it. Or I haven't been through this, but you can talk to this person. They've been through it. So it's like another family. You know, you don't have to have always talk to your family about everything. That's a big thing for me. So there's a 12-step program workbook for NA. Has steps to ask you some questions, and it helps you realize who you are. Because sometimes addiction, you don't know who you are. That's why you do it. I didn't know who I was until I learned this 12 steps. So that was a big thing for me. I now know who I am, and I'm okay with who I am today. Um, 11 years ago, I was not okay. Like I stated earlier, 23 million people has recovered from addiction. Um, some do recover, some don't. But like you see on TV, now you have a clear understanding of recovery. Everyone has a hard fighting battle of recovery. You never know who you might know someone that needs help. There is websites, so you know, don't be afraid to seek help. Or if you know someone that might need help, life is too short. I have lost this year 4 classmates from high school, and I graduated in class of 2000 from their battle of their addiction. Um, some just had newborn babies, and they just left their kids. So it's a fighting battle that we have to struggle to save other each other's lives. Um, with that, I pass. Thanks.